Anthony, Fox News. President Trump's given final approval to the resolution Congress passed almost unanimously, compelling the Justice Department to release the Epstein files from the investigation into the underage girls' sex trafficking.
It has exceptions, including allowing for the DOJ to redact the identities or personal information of Epstein's victims for ongoing federal investigations. The president taking to Truth Social to reveal he signed it into law, posting, "Democrats have used the Epstein issue, which affects them far more than the Republican Party, in order to try and distract from our amazing victories."
That's Fox's Kristen Goodwin. A Democrat in Congress has been indicted in a COVID funds fraud case. Sheila Sherfilis McCormick is accused of stealing $5 million in the FEMA money and diverting some of it to her 2021 campaign in Florida. Congresswoman Sherfilis McCormick claims she's innocent, telling CBS the indictment is a sham. Fighting has flared up again in Gaza. After a ceasefire had halted the war,
the Israeli military's conducted a series of attacks over a 12-hour period. This after its troops came under fire in the southern Gazan city Khan Yunis. The Israel Defense Forces says it responded by striking what it calls Hamas terrorist targets across the Gaza Strip.
Fox's Jonathan Savage. At least 33 Palestinians have been killed. Hamas condemns that as a shocking massacre. A new Fox News poll is critical of both Republicans and Democrats over the government shutdown, and President Trump's approval rating has dropped 5 points down to 41%.
Economically, 52% of voters said inflation is not under control and that groceries, healthcare, utilities, housing, and gas all cost more than a year ago.
Fox's Gernal Scott. An economic report delayed by the shutdown comes out this hour. The September jobs update expected to show an increase in hiring from August. The unemployment rate perhaps remaining 4.3%. We won't get a jobs report for October. Hiring last month will be added to the November update. Its release has been pushed back to the middle of next month. America's listening to Fox News.
An official message from Medicare.
Couple more minutes and we'll start this month's book club.
You know, I usually love a plot twist, but this year I'm comparing my options during Medicare open enrollment.
You can't assume your current health or drug plan is the best one for you.
And you gotta make sure your drugs are covered. That's important.
So is saving money.
Review all your options at Medicare.gov. Open enrollment ends December 7th. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
This is the time of the year most of us are checking off our holiday gift list. Identity thieves have lists too, and your personal information might be on that list. Protect your identity with LifeLock. LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points every single second and alerts you to the threats you could miss yourself. If your identity is stolen, your own U.S.-based restoration specialist is going to work to fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Make this season about joy, not identity theft, with LifeLock. Save up to 40% off your first year at LifeLock.com with the promo code BECK. Terms apply.
2 former presidents and 4 ex-vice presidents will go to the Washington National Cathedral later this morning to pay their final respects to former Vice President Dick Cheney, though President Trump, a critic of Cheney, and his daughter will not be.
The funeral service for former Vice President Dick Cheney takes place at the Washington National Cathedral, a historic site used for the funerals of former presidents like George H.W. Bush and Ronald Reagan. Former President George W. Bush is expected to attend Cheney's funeral and will speak, as will Cheney's daughter, former Wyoming Congresswoman Liz Cheney. Former President Biden is expected to attend the service as well. Before he was VP, Cheney served as Defense Secretary, and before that he was Chief of Staff to President Ford. He also served as a Wyoming congressman. Cheney died earlier this month due to complications from pneumonia, cardiac and vascular disease. He was 84. Jessica Rosenthal, Fox News.
A White House meeting tomorrow will get a lot of attention. President Trump will sit down with New York City's mayor-elect Zohran Mamdani after they had traded swipes at each other during the campaign.
Mamdani vowing to Trump-proof the city, Trump labeling the Democratic Socialist a communist and threatening to deport him. Trump says it's a meeting requested by Mamdani. Mamdani's spokeswoman says the mayor-elect wants to discuss public safety, economic security, and his affordability agenda.
That's Fox's Gary Baumgarten. On Wall Street, ahead of the jobs report, stock futures are surging. Country music stars shined last night at the CMA Awards on ABC, where the host, Lainey Wilson, was also the big winner. Entertainer of the Year. She also won for album and female vocalist of the year. Cody Johnson got the CMA Award for male vocalist of the year.
When I was a little kid, I taped a little microphone on the side of my bunk bed, and I would sing everything from Boys to Men to Merle Haggard, and I tried to imitate everybody in between.
Brooks and Dunn, Vocal Duo of the Year. The Red Clay Strays won for Vocal Group. I'm Dave Anthony, and this is Fox News.
Here's a look at local news All Illinois House members calling for the release of Jeffrey Epstein files. 17 U.S. reps from Illinois voting to pass the Epstein Files Transparency Act this week. Senate approved the measure without a vote. Trump said he'll sign the bill once it passes the Senate. Illinois launching mobile IDs. The Secretary of State announcing beginning today, Illinois residents can securely add their state-issued driver's license or state ID to Apple Wallet and present their ID using their iPhone and Apple Watch. It allows residents for online and in-apps at select businesses. Champaign-Urbana organizations partnering to add a temporary homeless shelter during the winter months. Cunningham Township and Champaign-Urbana Public Health District renting out the old National Guard Armory space at Park and 2nd Streets in Champaign with grants and donations. The shelter will also provide laundry, showers, hot breakfast, and bus passes to people staying there. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Joe Miller.
Hey, good morning. It is the 20th of November. ESPN 93.5. Week from today, we'll be doing what we do on Thanksgiving, whatever that might be. If you're hosting, you got a lot of work to do. If you're going to Pittsburgh, you're good to go.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's but that's the last flight out of O'Hare. So it's the best we could do it. We'll see what happens. So
how far is Pittsburgh? If
we
you
think
were to get in your
everything
car?
should be kind of back to. Everything should be back to normal by then, right? From percentage of flights.
I think they're there now.
Yeah.
I think they're there now.
Yeah.
But if you were to get in the old Dragon Wagon, how long would it take you to get to Pittsburgh?
9.5.
Ooh.
That would be that's about a 9-hour trek, without any stops.
It's like
seems like going through Ohio takes forever.
It's a pretty wide
big
state.
state.
Yeah, it is. But on the other side, you find Pittsburgh, right?
Maybe.
It's probably 6 hours to get to Ohio.
Yeah, just about.
Yeah.
It's a couple of hours, maybe 2.5 east-southeast of maybe Canton, Ohio. We've been to that Pro Football Hall of Fame before. That's a nice place to stop.
We used to stop there. We go through Akron, Canton. My mom was raised in Akron, and we go through. We had a family reunion. They're coming up on. I think they're 2 years away from their 100th family reunion on my mom's side. At 100.
Nice.
That's very unusual because now we're down to fifth cousins. It's just kind of anyway.
But you still get together. So that's cool.
No, it's really good. 60 to 80 of us. So anyway, Pro Football Hall of Fame, we used to go every single year. And I remember Johnny went in the 1970s and said, "Do you have any New Orleans Saints things?" And she went, "We can't give it away." And so Johnny left that day for Canton, Ohio with an armful of all Saints stuff.
Okay.
It had to be the biggest Saints sale in the history of Canton. It was just, what are you going to do with that tray? What are you going to do with the tray? Anyway, it was funny. All right, it's time for weather with our meteorologist, Greg Sawyer, brought to you this morning by the Urbana Park District.
Don't forget, Thanksgiving morning is the Turkey Trot, stepping off at 9 a.m. You can arrive after 8. There's free registration online. They need to get plenty of those finisher ribbons for participants. Details at urbanaparks.org.
All right, it's our meteorologist, Greg Sawyer, and cloudy, misty, a little foggy in the air here this morning in downtown Philo. What we're seeing here for the weekend, my friend?
Yeah, well, that's pretty much the story here for the day-to-day, except the rains are picking up again, once again, where we've seen probably the more significant rains the past few weeks. I-70 corridor on southward, raining pretty good just south of St. Louis, down to the Missouri Boot Hill, and then southwest and west from there. Some pretty good storms around the Ozarks. The Arklatex area will get some pretty good storms for the day-to-day, but most of the more significant, heaviest rain will bypass us to the south, but we'll come up with probably quarter, maybe a little less than a half an inch, so comparable to what we had here on that outbreak a couple of afternoons ago. And then we'll get into another light rain system early next week. That begins to buckle the jet stream southward. And for that get together for Thanksgiving, going to be a little on the chillier side. Temperatures that will start in the 40s, drop to the 30s. And we've got a pretty good shot at some almost midwinter cold over the back half of the holiday weekend next week. In the meantime, kind of cloudy, foggy, misty, drizzly, sprinkly this morning. Some intermittent rain for the afternoon as well. Highs up to 51. That foggy look will be with us all day today and through tonight and early tomorrow. Lows tonight down to 48 with occasional light rain and some rain at times tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon. Highs up to 56, but we do get some sun for the weekend. Not bad on temperatures at 53 Saturday, 58 Sunday. Enjoy it while you may. Even the 50s for Monday and Tuesday with a couple of spells of light rain back in. That'll be much lighter rainfall totals. We'll stay in the upper 40s next Wednesday, but dry weather conditions for the big travel day. Maybe a little rain in here for Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving morning. 40s falling to the 30s, and we may be hard pressed to get past freezing, if that, for high temperatures come next Friday and into the balance of the holiday weekend.
Yeah, when you go to Pittsburgh, there's 452 flights were canceled last weekend, which is essentially 1%. And that's normal. So it was a pretty normal rate of cancels for the airlines. They fly 45,000 flights a day in America. So I think you ought to be okay, I would think.
Yeah, it's just you know how things happen when the best you can do is do the last flight of the day.
I know.
Anyways, we'll just see what happens, and we'll report accordingly, sir.
There you go. And let's do the online meeting. Next Thursday, Friday, we're off.
Yes. So. Oh, okay, cool. Thank you.
Yeah, well, heck yeah, man.
But you know where to find me if you need some weather.
Yeah, we know that. That's it. Listen, appreciate it very much, meteorologist Greg Solier. That's Diane Ducey. I am Stevie J. Up late last night because of, we know. Those darn 8 o'clock tips. Nobody's awake.
That's right.
8 o'clock at night's too late to be out. Anyway, it was
last night attendance was 17,775.
Still rather have it in Champaign.
Yeah.
Rather have my home games in Champaign. Brother Johnny, check my facts.
What you got?
45 years ago, when we were in the Canton Pro Football Hall of Fame, you asked the question, do you have any Saints material to sell in the gift shop? What did she say?
She just really belly laughed and said, we got all kinds of Saints stuff.
Right.
I thought she said, we can't give it away.
We can't give it away.
She went on to say that. It was embarrassing, and the rest of the people in line were just getting a real big kick out of it.
Well, then you had an armful of Saints stuff.
Well, why not? Walk away with some gear
I suggested
inexpensive.
It probably was the biggest Canton Hall of Fame Saints sale on that day.
Now, if today I would have said, oh, well, yeah, you can give it away, and walked out with all of it.
Yeah, right.
No, I wouldn't have done that, but I would have said that and just joked, and then people would have had even more entertainment.
And when I spent most of the 90s in Lafayette, Louisiana doing radio, and I used to find the Cubs gear way discounted.
There you go.
So
there's a lot of
depends
Cubs
on where
fans
you
now.
are.
A lot of Cubs fans in Louisiana.
It's because of Superstation WJM, same for Atlanta, WTBS. Yeah. Anyway, all right, Illinois last night fell short to Alabama.
The final was 90-86.
90-86. We lose, missing half your free throws in the second half.
That's right.
That was a biggie. Brad Underwood after the game.
Really good game. Give them all the credit in the world. Difference in the game, in my opinion, was Bristow. My hat's off to that kid.
He's going to mention Tarleton State. The fellow we talked to in the middle of Texas, it's Tarleton State University, and that kid that was hurt for a month and hadn't played came in and got 9 rebounds and 10 points or something, and it was a huge difference that second half.
Tarleton State, I think, just absolutely dominated the second half with his effort. Get a young man spit out for a month, and you would never have known it. It was absolutely fabulous. They won the game at the start of the second half. Just kind of jumped on us. I thought we got really stagnant offensively. I think one time we were 2 of 13, I was told. I don't know if that's exactly right. And then when you play a top 10 team, you sure as the heck can't go 9 for 17 and a half from the free throw line. When we're trying to get downhill and at the rim, they're very much like Tech. They take away free throw or take away a lot of your threes. Shooting 50% from the free throw line won't help, but again, it was their night. They played better than we did. A lot to learn for us in that moment. You can't have a lane violation when they miss the front end of a 1-on-1. We had a couple back-to-back turnover sequences that hurt you, but I love our team. I love where we're going to be. I thought our 2 freshmen didn't play great tonight, but they had something to do with that. So my hat's off to Alabama, and they're obviously going to have a great season, and I hope to see them in the Final Four.
Me too, because that means we're in the Final Four.
I thought that Alabama, they played about the same way we did, and came down to that lane violation or pick 1 or 2 other plays. But I think that you hate losing them. That you could call that a good loss, because they're going to remember that they missed 9 free throws. Which they wouldn't remember that if they had won. That's
right. You're
that's
right.
why Izzo plays those kind of teams every year.
Yeah, right.
So by the end of the year, they remember not to do that. And then sometimes that means you have to do different things while you're getting ready. But we're going to go play UConn. We'll see how we do in that game. And I like those big-time games. That's what you need to do if you're going to get better. I see a lot of really good games in our future if we put it together.
Well, there's a lot of pieces to put together. Tomas Lavicevic, essentially, I mean, the guy has practiced 9 times out of 40 practices.
Yeah.
He's not ready to play, and, he's a key good basketball player, but he's got to stay healthy. And then, I mean, Andrei Stojakovic is making some NBA drives to the basket and ones, and he's missing free throws right now, and I don't understand why. And then Kylan Boswell is a terrific player.
Yeah,
terrific
he kind of settled things down and started to go inside.
Made all his free throws except one.
You can go a little closer, and you might make it, although we had trouble inside too. Who hasn't played yet? Any other players we haven't seen?
Nope. Everybody's now at least touched the court.
Okay.
Mihailo Petrovic. It's weird to see Red Grange's number on a basketball uniform. Never before have we had a 77.
77.
And he looks like he's got a real high upside as well. It says, how does he fit? And Brad Underwood's good at puzzles, but he's got one going on now to get the playing time for enough guys. But yeah, I mean, we came roaring back from like 9 down, and Z had a great look from the corner, down 2, could have given us the lead. But yeah, it's momentum. But in a game like that, it's really hard to see a team go 9 for 17 in the second half in the free throw line.
Well, it's not just 9. We shot 42% from 2 and 34% from 3. You got to shoot a little better.
Yeah. Anyway,
you mentioned UConn, and I know that game is on Black Friday,
We got 2
November
more games
28th at
before that,
11:30 at Madison Square Garden.
One other question about the last night's. How many turnovers did we have?
Just like 10, 12.
And I think Alabama did too.
Oh, it was both about the same.
Alabama missed some critical free throws too.
No, they did.
Sure.
They did. That Phelan kid made that 3 at the end. It was NBA 3. I mean, it's unbelievable. Nothing but net. But I'm checking to see the turnovers. Illinois had 11, and Alabama had 10.
Yeah.
So we got some good pieces. This is November, so let's see what happens get into crunch time. And
what's our next
March.
game, Stevie?
Well, it's Long Island at 1:00 on Saturday, and then we've got a Monday game against UT Rio Grande at 7:00.
Okay.
So we've got 2 games between now and that UConn game that you mentioned that's going to be challenging. Actually, number 4 Arizona beat number 3 UConn yesterday, 71-67.
Yeah, I guess that was a big game.
No, I've watched the end of that, and both teams look like Final Four teams. I mean, they're ranked 3 and 4, but both are in there. And Nate Oates, the coach of Alabama last night, said Illinois is going to be in the mix. I mean, they're going to challenge for a title. He said they're really good. They've got depth. They've got players that are really hard to keep off the boards. He said we lost to rebounding, but by only 2, better than 24. Bad scheduling. I mean, they put stinking Purdue to play Alabama 2 years in a row, and 2 years in a row it's a comeback game, and they beat us twice. So let's not schedule Purdue and Alabama ahead of our game. How about
Speaking
that?
of bad scheduling, we also have the Long Island games start exactly at the Unity High School St. Joe kickoff.
1 o'clock, I know.
What kind of scheduling is that?
That's right. What are they thinking?
Weather brought to you by Carl.
Reminding you that 1 in 5 people live with diabetes and don't realize it. If you'd like to check the symptoms or manage it, visit carl.org.
Check your Fox Business Minute. That'll be coming up next. First, Greg and the weather.
Okay, everyone, let's check weather. Free Central Illinois, Champaign-Urbana vicinity. Pretty active weather pattern with some welcome rainfall from time to time for the rest of the weekend, perhaps early next week as well. That system is the indicator and harbinger of a pattern shift to much colder weather, evolving from northwest to southeast across the Corn Belt as we move on through the Thanksgiving holiday weekend. A bit of light rain and drizzle in spots this morning. Some intermittent light rain back in this afternoon. Cloudy, foggy with a high about 51. Light southeast wind. Occasional light rain tonight. Areas of fog low down to 48. Tomorrow up to 56. Cloudy, some patchy fog, and maybe a couple of periods of rain both morning and afternoon, with those rains winding down before midnight tomorrow night. Colder, low down to 36. Partly sunny for the weekend at 53 Saturday, 58 on Sunday. Not bad there. A little more rain back in late Monday into Tuesday. High temperatures into the 50s. Upper 40s Wednesday. 45 and dropping Thanksgiving Day with a touch of rain in the morning. Sharply colder weather for Friday and the following weekend. For CVT Broadcasting, I'm Delicious Greg Solgay.
You've set your financial goals. One kid plans to go Big Ten, the other Ivy. Your bucket list includes seaside sunrises and sunsets on the slopes. or perhaps a second home away from it all? Busey Bank can help develop the right investment strategy to take charge of the years ahead. Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Proud to be the official bank of the Fighting Illini. Member FDIC.
Paying, and this is the Fox Business Report.
More people were shopping at Walmart in recent months. Its earnings and revenue topped expectations, and it's raising its outlook for the year. Though lower and middle income customers are pulling back, Walmart says it's seeing more shoppers with households making more than $100,000 a year. Walmart says it will move from the New York Stock Exchange to the NASDAQ next month. Walmart shares are down more than 1%. Wall Street will be reacting today to the September employment report postponed by the government shutdown. The October report won't be released because there isn't sufficient data. It will be included in the November report on December 16th, though that is after the Fed's December 9th and 10th meeting. NVIDIA's quarter blew past estimates. The stock's up 5%. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jenny Coselda. Invested in you.
The world of business moves fast. Stay on top of it with the Fox Business Rundown every Monday and Friday. Fox Business reporters, anchors, and hosts will bring you beneath the stock market speculation and boardroom drama to tell you about the biggest business stories of today. Whether you're on Main Street or Wall Street, Fox Business is invested in you.
Listen to the Fox Business Rundown every Monday and Friday at foxbusinesspodcasts.com or wherever you download your favorite podcasts.
Experience the music and magic this holiday season of Champaign-Urbana Ballet's The Nutcracker, December 4th through the 7th. Presented in partnership with Krannert Center for the Performing Arts, Area-Wide Technologies, the Bill Bass Foundation, Stone Ridge Dairy, Two Men and a Truck, and Champaign Ballet Academy. Tickets at the Krannert Center box office or cuballet.com. A delightful tradition for the entire family. Champaign-Urbana Ballet's The Nutcracker.
As a rideshare driver, I love keeping my car smelling fresh and clean. So when I'm driving, I only trust Febreze car vent clips, featuring 3 distinct intensity settings, because it's that little touch that sets me apart. I can turn the intensity down for subtle freshness, or I can turn it up for when I want lots of scent. So whether it's set to low, medium, or high, with Febreze car, I know my car's going to smell amazing. Which keeps my driver rating right where it belongs. Picking up Oscar!
Let your local farmer's insurance agent, Michael Rumsey, put his experience to work for you. Michael Rumsey proudly serves Champaign County families and businesses and is ready to review your existing policies or provide a no-obligation quote today. Call Michael Rumsey at 217-363-3030 to get smarter about your insurance. Again, that's Michael Rumsey at 217-363-3030. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and affiliates. Products not available in every state.
Yeah, it's John Decker coming up.
All right.
I think he'll be on a train today, but we'll try it, see how it goes. John Decker, Great Television's White House correspondent and national correspondent, will be there. He's always in the room whenever news is being made. He's somewhere in the Oval or wherever President Trump is. Anyway, we'll get that coming up. Okay, so Zavron Mondani is going to be meeting with the President of the United States tomorrow.
Okay, that's interesting.
How will that go?
I think it'll go better than not meeting, so we'll see.
Yeah, but
what if Trump brings them around to the MAGA? What if he just switches?
They'd impeach him in New York. Anyway, he's got to kind of pay tribute to that far left that got him there. So he'll have to. They know what he said, and I remember one person saying, "That's fine, he's in, but now I'm going to keep track of what he does."
Well, and that's good. That's good because we don't do a lot of that.
No, that's right. So here he is, getting ready for January 1st is when they inaugurate their mayors.
Okay.
So New Year's Day, he'll be inaugurated, but he's asking for help.
Still asking for your help because we need to raise $4 million in total. So January 1st can be the day we start to deliver, not start to prepare. I hope very soon not to have to ask you for money. But until then, I'm asking for you to go to transition2025.com and give whatever you can to help build a New York that everyone can afford.
He's going to get us $4 million. I guarantee.
What was that for the parties? What's $4 million for? Transition
I don't
team?
know. It's not going to cover too many days of free buses. So.
No, that's right. I just interested how to go with. Now, apparently, he did keep the commissioner of the police. She was a key wheel in this thing. And she's very candid about the police and defends the police. And he was a defunder and doesn't think we need to hire the 5,000 they're short on policing.
Jessica Tisch?
Yeah, Jessica Tisch. And so she's going to stay on at least for now. But she's not going to become following what he believes. They're just different.
Well, we'll see what he believes because it's an interesting fella. He says what the left wants to hear.
Yeah.
But we have a lot of people say what the right want to hear. But they all kind of do the same things until you get those standouts.
Yeah.
And those are the ones we talk about. But Mamdani's, he's going to try to get some of his programs in place. And it's going to be difficult for him to do that because he's way over here. And
well, did Brandon Johnson get rejected for the high property taxes? Apparently, alderman in Chicago said. I mean, is that
committee voted
shot him down?
So,
and this was the second year they've done that.
Well, I mean, so why was the Treasury Department in Cook County all prepared to get payments going when they
because they were presenting their plan,
right?
And the alderman says you can take that and stuff it.
Okay, well, there you go.
Yeah,
maybe a one-state world will work, Johnny. They worked it out.
One
far left and a little far left. It's better than far left.
Well, except they don't have the $300 million, so they got to go back to the drawing board.
Oh boy, that's and to go into the particularly poor black neighborhoods and double and triple their property taxes for grandma. That's not fair.
Yeah, that's not going to work.
Do you know of Tim Burchett? He's the congressman, just candid speaker. I really like him. Eastern Tennessee.
I do not know.
You'll recognize his voice because this is not a swamp.
Up in Knoxville area.
God made a swamp, and it's amazing how He did everything. This is a sewer. Anyway, here he is. They're trying to actually got with some very left Democrats to agree that Congress and their family cannot trade while you're in office in the stock market. He said we have Congress members trading 400 and 500 times a year.
Somebody asked me if I was going to wear my jacket up there, and I said, to quote the immortal words of Henry Winkler when he played the Fonz, I always rumble in this jacket.
He's got like a winter coat over his suit.
Okay.
Like a winter jacket,
Because that's what we're up against. This is a fist fight, folks. Now, first, I guess I need to thank Chairman Stiles and the committee, the House Admin Administration Committee, for taking this up because I realize what we're up against. I mean, this is, everybody talks about this place being a dadgum swamp. It's not a swamp. A swamp is something cool God created. It filters water. Animal life lives and flourishes around it. This is a sewer. This is created by man, and it needs to stop. We've, for years, Congress has been using hard-working American taxpayers' money to get rich. Dadgum, it's got to stop. America knows what the heck's going on. Everybody wants to knock Pelosi. Heck, she's not even in the top 10. Get on that Unusual Whales site. This is pathetic, folks. We all know what's going on. Congress knows what the hell's going on, and it needs to stop. This body has been enriching itself on the taxpayers' dime for too dadgum long, and it's got to stop. This place is crooked and is crooked as a dog's leg. That's an old East Tennessee saying, but it's the truth, and it needs to stop. America knows what's going on. We're in committee meetings. We hear things before y'all do. We can make those connections. When you see a member of this body making 400, 500, 600 trades a year, you know something's wrong. Everybody ought to do like I do. I got my buddy Tommy Seiler who invested in my mutual fund. I ended up having to cash it out because my daughter's going to school. I'm not a wealthy man. But look, this thing is broken, and it needs to be fixed. And this is the right avenue to do it. And I want to say something. I'm going to get these guys mad at me, but I really don't care because they can't vote in my district. This thing ain't going to pass. If we're going to pass something in the House, and then guess what? The Senate will either, one, not take it up, or they'll come back in righteous indignation and say, oh, we need to make this stronger.
Yeah, that's good. But boy, is that, and if you went anywhere and said, is it okay for Congress to make $175,000? That's not a great deal of money for the position they're in, I guess. Is it okay for them to trade based on the insider knowledge that they have? No. You can't do it. How can all of these Schumer's worth $80 million and Nancy Pelosi's family's worth like $300 million? Johnny.
Well, they're trading. It's actually outsider trading because you can, if you paid attention, those committees, they aren't closed doors. And so there are places you can go that are following it just like Pelosi. And so you get good stock tips, which is totally legal for us. And I think it's very offensive that they're able to do it, but they're just watching, like, if you were a trader, you'd have that information saying, do you know what they may pass? If they pass this,
right,
A,
it's
B,
going to
C,
change
D.
this.
And you can go to, you can find a website that if you want to make some money, just
Unusual
like Nancy.
Whale is what it was. Unusual Whale. I have to see who trades and all that's there. But yeah, okay, if it's open, then I guess it isn't.
Well,
I got to go to the news. It's 7:30. John Decker is coming up next.
Right.
Stand by.
Fox News, I'm CJ Papa. Can military members refuse orders if they're illegal? A video from 6 Democratic lawmakers racking up 11 million views on X. Fox's Rich Edson at the White House.
The Democrats have released this video as if they questioned the legality of military strikes on boats in the Caribbean. The Justice Department's Office of Legal Counsel has signed off on that campaign.
Tennessee Senator Marsha Blackburn calling it inconceivable, saying it stems from the Democrats' hatred of President Trump. A blowout second quarter for Walmart, posting strong sales and profits that crush Wall Street expectations. And country star Keith Urban reveals the 2025 Entertainer of the Year at the Country Music Awards on ABC.
Lenny Wilson.
Wilson hosted the show, also won Album of the Year and Female Vocalist of the Year. America's listening to Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. A Champaign-based group of pilots found a unique way to say thank you to traffic controllers and TSA agents who weren't paid during the government shutdown. Pilot Chuck Burmeister says he ordered the sign that's outside of Willett Airport that says, Air traffic controllers and TSA, we thank you. Illinoisans are urged to practice fire safety as they prepare Thanksgiving dinners. It's the leading day for home fires involving cooking equipment. Tips for preparing food include never leaving food that you're frying, boiling, grilling, or broiling unattended. People should also use the turkey fryer outdoors only. Champaign-Urbana organizations partnering up to add a temporary homeless shelter during the winter months. Cunningham Township and the Champaign-Urbana Public Health District renting out the old National Guard Armory space at Park and 2nd Streets in Champaign with grants and donations. Shelter also providing laundry, showers, hot breakfast, and bus passes to people staying there. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Thank you, Jim Miller, ESPN 93.5. As we check this weather forecast, the learned one, meteorologist Greg Solgay.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather. Free Central Illinois, Champaign-Urbana vicinity. Pretty active weather pattern with some welcome rainfall from time to time for the rest of the weekend, perhaps early next week as well. That system is the indicator and harbinger of a pattern shift to much colder weather, evolving from northwest to southeast across the Corn Belt as we move on through the Thanksgiving holiday weekend. A bit of light rain and drizzle in spots this morning. Some intermittent light rain back in this afternoon. Cloudy, foggy with a high about 51. Light southeast wind. Occasional light rain tonight. Areas of fog low down to 48. Tomorrow up to 56. Cloudy, some patchy fog, and maybe a couple of periods of rain both morning and afternoon, with those rains winding down before midnight tomorrow night. Colder, low down to 36. Partly sunny for the weekend at 53 Saturday. 58 on Sunday. Not bad there. A little more rain back in late Monday to Tuesday. High temperatures into the 50s. Upper 40s Wednesday. 45 and dropping Thanksgiving Day with a touch of rain in the morning. Sharply colder weather for Friday and the following weekend. For CVT Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solgay.
Get the roof your home deserves by Roof Doctors, your residential roofing specialist that has always offered the best warranties in the industry, like our non-prorated 50-year warranty. Our customers love that we are family-owned and locally operated. We make our customer needs our top priority. With over 30 years experience and the best customer service, give Roof Doctors a call today for your free estimate at 328-7529. In your community and for your community, Roof Doctors.
What is most important in your life? This is Starla Carr with Provident Financial Group. If you're launching a career, raising a family, planning for retirement, or creating a legacy, we can help. At Provident, we provide strategic thinking and perspective that help clients realize their goals. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or find us online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities offered through Raymond James Financial Services, Inc., member FINRA SIPC. Provident Financial Group is not a registered broker-dealer and is independent of Raymond James Financial Services. Investment advisory services offered through Raymond James Financial Service Advisors, Inc.
Pia's Sports Bar and Grill has your NFL ticket with up to 6 live games in each of the time slots, plus $5 crown drinks, $4 Miller Lite 22-ounce drafts, and 16-ounce cans. Make plans on Black Friday, November 28th, to take a break from shopping local to watch the 2 p.m. Bears-Eagles game with a chance to win Bears tickets, koozies, or a jersey. There's also great specials and prizes with the Illini football team away games. So watch with fellow fans at Pia's, 1609 West Springfield Avenue.
We've had a guy change his mind about whether he ever wants to drive, so I do have an open seat, and we're looking for the right guy that wants to work, wants to get a good income that's going to be stable and steady, and work at a place that really is a family atmosphere and respects the drivers and wants to work with them.
And this is a place that gets you home for the weekends, and that's unique in the trucking business.
Every weekend. Yep, they're able to run some loads that generate revenue, and we're unique. We pay off a percentage so the driver gets a true measure of what that job's worth based on what the customer pays. So they're able to run some loads and still get home and enjoy their family and have some quality home time.
What about getting hold of you if there is a driver that wants a job with Gale Forex Trucking? What would they do?
They can call the office at 765-793-7131. My direct extension is 4. They can email me at timo@gftlog.com.
Tim Onstadt, Gale Forex Trucking, dedicated diesel. Yeah, I got Tim on in an hour. He's our pit master.
Yep.
I bet he's got some Thanksgiving tips for us.
I bet he does.
Yeah.
Smoke your turkey.
That's right.
He's be doing a bunch of that. Sometimes he does 3 or 4 turkeys. I did the thighs again last night, dipped in honey and salt. I like it.
I just want to find where he's actually going to be around Thanksgiving. Well, I have to go graze a little.
That's right.
There you go.
Tim, what address are you going to be at again?
Right.
In case I'm in the area.
It's so good. It's hard to stop, Johnny.
Yeah. We have John Decker on a train, and I don't think he has a signal. So that's why we are held up here with the John Decker call. If he does, of course, call, we will pop him up immediately. I think this clip I played yesterday caught on and burned through America like a fire. It was the clip from the former veterans of various military and telling the current soldier that you don't have to do what you're told.
In effect, yeah.
I mean, everybody's trained that you don't have to follow unlawful. The issue is what's unlawful and in whose determination and who's the arbiter when you're told to go and you say, wait a minute, I don't think I'm going to do that. You can't have an anarchy and chaos like that. If you missed it, Mark Kelly, the guy that went to space, astronaut.
Well, like I said,
what happened to him?
We went to space.
Some oxygen? I don't know. Well, here it is that just kind of riled me up yesterday.
I'm Senator Alyssa Slotkin.
Senator Mark Kelly.
Representative Chris DeLuzio.
Congresswoman Maggie Goodlander.
Representative Chrissy Houlihan.
Congressman Jason Crow. I was a captain in the United States Navy.
Former CIA officer.
Former Navy.
Former paratrooper and Army Ranger.
Former intelligence officer.
Former Air Force.
We want to speak directly to members of the military
and the intelligence community
who take risks each day
to keep Americans safe.
We know you are under enormous stress and pressure right now.
Americans trust their military.
But that trust is at risk.
This administration is pitting our uniformed military
and intelligence community professionals
against American citizens. Like us, you all swore an oath
to protect and defend this Constitution.
Right now, the threats to our Constitution aren't just coming from abroad,
but from right here at home. Our laws are clear. You can refuse illegal orders.
You can refuse illegal orders.
You must refuse illegal orders.
No one has to carry out orders that violate the law
or our Constitution.
We know this is hard and that it's a difficult time to be a public servant.
But whether you're serving in the CIA,
the Army,
or Navy,
the Air Force,
your vigilance is critical.
And know that we have your back.
Because now, more than ever,
the American people need you.
We need you to stand up for our laws,
our Constitution,
and who we are as Americans. Don't give up.
Don't give up.
Don't give up.
Don't give up the ship.
So what would be an example of an illegal order? Code Red in A Few Good Men, where you go and you haze a guy and he dies?
Well, I think that I will have to point out we're not really sure because I have no idea what they're talking
Yeah,
about.
and they were asked. One of them was asked and had no answer.
What is the example of it? It's certainly not arresting criminals who are in here illegally. That is not an illegal
ICE
order.
people going into cities and getting criminals.
That's not illegal.
Yeah. Well, they say they're tying up children and they're doing this and taking legal citizens.
Well, I don't even know if that's
their
true.
rights are getting denied.
The point is they haven't got an
the
example.
Constitution. What the heck?
I think they're referring to the drug war in Venezuela, which is not American citizens. You could argue about constitutionality, but this is just they're all military, and I'd like to hear more details because it sounds pretty ominous, but I don't think that's a very good approach. I think
we're causing doubt in a person that's trained to follow orders.
Undermining our military.
And then why couldn't in some particular part of the Marines, or they can tell their buddy, this isn't legal. We don't have to do it, man. They got my back. I mean, you start that kind of stuff.
No, I've said this before, that we need to have a resolution that's framed, maybe put it somewhere in Washington, a letter of apology to Benedict Arnold's family, saying what he did was treason, it was wrong, but that's okay now.
Yeah, it's fine. No, it's just,
he thought it was the right thing to do.
Yeah, no, then that's
tell the English what we're going to do.
Man, I've been watching the American Revolution series on PBS this week, and it is fascinating.
It's an amazing story.
I've not seen going on.
If you want to understand how lucky we are to be here, keep watching it.
I'm telling you, it's a 6-part series, and it's at 7:00 on PBS. And I'm doing a discussion group with the Tolono Historical Society after 10 a.m. on Saturday at the library. So we'll be diving in more deep and handing out refreshments and stuff too.
How could we possibly have won the Revolutionary War?
Well, George Washington said anybody who doesn't understand that divine providence, God, helped us win this war, must be a bad person indeed. He has no feel for any sort of spiritual reality or anything. It's because Washington was right there seeing it.
Yes.
Seeing the natural
the odds
disaster.
were, I mean, the British were so powerful.
But he was watching the details of things that broke his way, that were just one thing after another.
Wow.
And then the French had come in. And then, of course, recruiting the Native American Indians. And
we had essentially farmers.
And the British had all kinds of weather problems and critical situations.
Yes. And the supplies and navigating, you know, the Navy and their boats. And, it's just crazy how all that went down.
And then if you believe it was divine intervention, as I do, why? Why did God want America to have a country?
Well, if you study the Bible, one theory you could present was somebody had to help Israel get back to Israel, the chosen people. And if it wasn't for America, they'd never got back.
Right.
And so maybe that was in the grand plan.
Jewish would have been eradicated.
And maybe God knew what was coming. He said, someone's got to stop this German-Japanese axis that's coming up, because he does know what's happening.
Great purpose could have been that, but it was long after the Revolutionary War.
Yeah, well, of course. Yeah,
Man, it took a long time to serve the purpose, perhaps. But
when Isaiah was talking about Jesus coming, that was quite
long time,
a longer period before he actually showed up.
But it's just incredible the way God works. But to have America and then to have some slippage, which I think we can all agree America has slipped somewhat in certain areas for sure. You still have a lot of freedoms and all these things, but encroachment feels like it's around us.
Well, I think you can listen to Franklin Graham. Sin is everywhere, and that's man's plight since the Garden of Eden. It's a long story, Steve.
That's right.
It starts in Genesis and it ends in Revelation. But I think that's relevant. I don't think it's, oh, come on, let's get real. No, I think that's real.
But to feel so passionate about someone to step up and fight in the American Revolution.
No, these are American heroes, as the guys we have today.
The top people that helped create all of this, they were fine. They had a lot of money, and all of them died and lost everything. And I mean, what happened to John Hancock? What happened to all these? They gave up essentially a comfortable life.
They actually risked.
I thought they all lost everything.
I don't think so. Diane, you'll have to watch
yeah.
some of that.
Maybe that's coming up.
The
But
after stories.
How many
I
signed
don't-
the 52 signers? Was that what it was?
Yeah,
50?
but Steve, we won the actual revolution.
But the British kept coming. We had problems after the war ended.
Well, I'm sure we did.
They burned down houses.
it helped that we had this alliance with the French, for sure.
Well, it really helped that we won. And
Yeah.
so I think
Yeah.
that we still had the American system and values. So they could be helped. They weren't hung. They would have been forget they're burning their houses down. They'd have just hung all of them. I mean, there was no margin there.
right.
That was it.
Yeah, amazing, incredible. So I missed it. I'll have to catch that sometimes.
Actually, we all missed it in terms of we need to know what happened a lot more than we do. I don't know if a lot of kids know the difference between the Civil War and the Revolutionary War.
No, I wouldn't think so.
That's a problem because you don't appreciate what we have.
No, I know. It is amazing the sacrifices before us that, again, right now now, again, I think the majority of the country believes in God, and I think the majority, saying over 50%, understand some history. But if you have 40 or 50% that don't, then eventually that's going to kind of take over and hurt some things. So, I mean, the answer is to definitely know what comes before you, but think about the people off Ellis Island that some of their family had to go back because they had some sort of a virus, some plague, something. So you can say you have to go, and they come in, roll their sleeves, got nothing. And how would they feel about today's people folding their arms saying, you owe me?
Well, I can tell you, if you talk to an immigrant who went through the process and got in and then passed the test and actually became a citizen or is working on it, that's from one of the socialist or communist countries, they'll just look at you and say, can't you see what they're doing?
Yeah.
And they're just horrified. It's that we're not more aware of the ploy of where they're going because they lived through it. This free everything is free nothing.
Right. In fact, Adam points that out on the text line. Maybe we have too much freedom these days. People act like fools and do the dumbest things now, mostly for views and followers.
I think it's maybe not too much freedom, but it's too easy. And we haven't understood that, well, this is how most other people have to live. What do you think of that? Well, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like you are going to do that if we can't maintain what we have.
Well, let's hope and pray we can, because what did Ronald Reagan say? We're only a generation away from losing everything.
You can understand that because people have to relearn it. Yeah. We take it for granted. We're kind of, we're shuffling off, Steve.
Yeah,
but we have to understand that people who are 6, 7, and 8, they don't know what we're talking about. You have to teach the kids, and we've done that to some extent. It's just not quite where we want to be because it's pretty amazing what we've got in America.
Well, a week from today, we can publicly say how thankful we are to be in America with Thanksgiving, and just to understand that we're blessed. If you are raised in America, you're blessed, and there'll be people today that would get veins in their neck saying how bad we are.
No, we're living in a country that can furnish free buses in New York.
Yeah,
it just won't last.
Yeah,
and then they'll want free this and that. And
Yeah.
It can't be done. It isn't that you don't deserve it or you have to work, which is also part of it. We can't do that.
Yeah.
It's not going to last.
It's not the system.
It's not sustainable is the way we would put that.
217-359-2255 on the Fisher National Bank text line. Feel free to text in any thoughts.
Well, and Michael had made a comment about the great show and Revolutionary War. Ken Burns does some really good
kidding.
work.
Yeah,
and
he did the Civil War.
He's just a major documentarian.
Do you remember? I remember the guy's name that sat there with his legs crossed during the Civil War Ken Burns special that ran however many days. Shelby Foote. And the mastery of Shelby Foote was he sat there and kind of looked off and eyes got glassy like he was there.
Okay.
That kind of, he was incredibly talented at telling the story.
Okay.
Of and boy, that was a rough patch of years, 1861 to 1865. Man, previous President Abraham Lincoln, James Buchanan, the only bachelor in the White House, couldn't wait to get out. He knew it was coming. He didn't want to deal with that.
You know, we had President Trump have a guest recently. What would your reaction have been if Biden had both a former most wanted Al-Qaeda, then someone responsible for the murder and dismemberment of a reporter as guests at the White House?
I think it's better to talk than to not talk.
It is. It's like talking to Putin. It's like talking to Xi. I mean, we can make a list of reasons we want nothing to do with them, but we already have something to do with them.
Well, I think
so we need to work out what is it and how are we going to get along.
I think it's Charlie Kirk. That's his big thing, and he said it's better to talk. When you don't talk, you fight.
Right.
And so we didn't want that when he did his North Korea stuff. I was okay with that. It's better than having some sort of a understanding of perhaps what they're thinking or coming from. I don't know. If you don't talk to the people that do horrible things, sadly, you probably don't have too many people to talk to in this world right now, because you can blame China for a whole lot.
Well, look, when you talk to somebody, there may be something positive you can do with them. So now they're thinking, hey, maybe these Americans aren't that bad to have around.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we got to get rid of them.
Yeah.
Get them all. We got to make our movement win the world, and then it's just one thing after another. Look, I think Trump's shown that just making contact and talking it can only help.
Well, what about the impact of $21 trillion, which he's brought in as people invest in the country? Isn't that going to just be huge for us the next year or two?
It should be if we can hold the midterms, because the Democrats plan to do everything they can to wreck that. And it's because it's part, as John Decker said, that's what the other side does.
Yeah.
It's too bad. And there is a chance that they'll have the Congress and they'll just cut Trump's deal in half. They haven't even locked in the Senate, Steve. But if he is free to continue to give the confidence of those investors that they'll get a return on their money, that'll be huge. It's just not going to be by next November. It's not possible. It might be by the term following Trump that you really start to see the benefits. But I don't know if we can keep heading down that road, and I think it's the right direction.
We're supposed to get this jobs report today, right?
It was much more than expected, so the markets jumped.
Oh, there it is. Employers added 119,000 jobs.
Yep.
See, there's an insider trading would be, what's the job report going to look like?
Yeah.
And some of those, now that would be illegal.
Okay.
If you get that from the
before I know.
Right.
I got you.
Well, no, if you're given that kind of information ahead of when it's publicly
like if people in Congress knew that, would invest before that. Okay, so finally here, before we get to some more weather with Greg, some of the things Donald Trump has accomplished. The great big beautiful bill saved us all a lot of tax dollars, because that was going to be.
It was a lot more than that.
It was everything. Yeah. It was everything, because he didn't want to do much of
Actually, the
little
Republicans haven't gone over that enough to say what the 5 or 6, like no tax on tips is a big deal for a lot of people.
Well,
no tax on overtime.
Illinois can actually override that in the state.
Well, you can't help. Look, the states. I agree. States have their own power.
Yeah.
And there's sometimes you just can't step in. You see, when they're trying to actually step in to lower crime, no, get out.
Yeah, right.
We're fine. So just leave them alone. You got to work it out.
But if you have a child rapist, or you have a murderer, or you have somebody like that, how do you possibly blow your whistle and train them to take pictures and impede that? Well, what are you thinking? This is a really bad person. They just deny that.
But our union has determined that it's the people of Illinois that need to work that out.
Right.
You can't have a big police for all we do, but we just can't overdo it.
Yeah.
Or else one central government's you're going to do it their way.
Another text says one of the clips this morning indicated, but the Senate won't take it up. What does that mean?
They won't vote on it.
The Senate will ignore it.
They
House bill?
Or they'll say we can do better.
We're not voting on it.
And then it says it's just not right. Make everyone get their vote for or against on the record.
I'm not sure he's correct that Thune won't take it up. I'm not sure about that.
Well, I think it makes sense that he'll throw it back and say, hey, and you said if everything that's happening that they're trading on, I would know. And so you're going to have to find a service, because you can track it 24/7.
No, what I'm saying is I don't believe that they're finding classified information or proprietary information like an early jobs report number. I think I think that's the public record. But we can't start reading every committee meeting's discussions.
Right. And the ramifications
and they're saying
of
it's
it.
not fair for them to take advantage of that position, but it's not illegal, and I don't believe it's quite what you call insider trading.
Okay.
Because
I don't know
because we could find out that information when they do. You just have to go live in Washington. And like I said, it's kind of a business of people following these things. Like the jobs report is a good example. Or let's say they're doing a law that's going to affect AT&T. one way or the other, then you just buy the stock.
Yeah.
Or you sell it short. You can win either way if you know what's going to happen.
All right, here's the Donald Trump, essentially kind of a recap. A great, big, beautiful bill. Closed borders. No men and women's sports or transgender for everyone. Ending DEI. Stopping Biden's record-setting inflation. Biggest tax and regulation cuts in history. Stopping 8 wars. Rebuilding our military. Being respected by every country in the world, that's evident. Having trillions of dollars invested in the USA, like the number's 18 headed to 21. Got $1 billion from the trillion from the Saudis. Having created the, quote, hottest country anywhere in the world, and even delivering a huge defeat to the Democrats during the shutdown. There's a lot that has happened in 10 months.
Yeah, that's not really the big, beautiful. That's some of the things Trump
has accomplished, but how could you not credit him for closed borders? Isn't that not what
you just move on and ignore it and just talk about the Epstein files? I mean, it's so tiring, and it's too bad. Do you know what we could be doing with that kind of money and interest in America? And it's just a fight. So I guess it's because they don't want him to get the credit, or they really do hate him.
But look over here.
All you got to do is vote the House back in control, and the difference is only a few seats. And if that happens, we're into 2 years of impeachment. So if we want to do that, what does Mike Ditka say? Do whatever. That's what you want. That's what you want. If that's what you want to do.
And so that's
terrible. Oh my God.
We'll see. I think that Trump's whole I guess you call the Trump doctrine of trading and giving people a real positive from working with America is a really good idea.
Yes, it is.
And talking to everybody.
Yeah. All right. Weather. Here's Greg.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for Central Illinois. Champaign-Urbana vicinity next in a recent string of weather systems via the southern plains, lifting into the southern Corn Belt. Rain on the radar out towards St. Louis. A little patchy stuff overhead and back to the west. And some light rain and drizzle the story this morning. A little bit of intermittent rain for the afternoon. And a cloudy, foggy day's worth of weather, close to about 50 to 51. Light southeast wind. Occasional light rain, areas of fog, in 48 for tonight. Tomorrow, cloudy, patchy fog. Got a period or two of rain both morning and afternoon. Highs up to about 56 degrees and a light east to northeasterly wind. Rains end tomorrow night before midnight. Colder, low down to 36. Partly sunny for the weekend at 53 Saturday, 58 on Sunday. Monday into Tuesday, a little light rain back into play. High temperatures still in the 50s. Will cool to the upper 40s on Wednesday. Turn colder Thanksgiving Day, cloudy with a little bit of rain in the morning, 45 and dropping, and highs just barely at freezing come Friday and below freezing for high temperatures come the following weekend. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solgay.
I'm living under a cloud. I don't get out of bed. It started with my washing machine breaking down. I called a one guy in a truck repair service. Took them a week to show up. My condition worsened when the repairman ordered the wrong part. Things got really bad. Had to go to the laundromat. I knew I hit rock bottom. Then I found Dick Van Dyke Appliance World.
I'm Paul Reekin with Dick Van Dyke Appliance World. We have repair service clinically proven to be the fastest and most affordable in Champaign-Urbana. Side effects only come from not calling Dick Van Dyke Appliance World. These effects include personal frustration from failing to get laundry done, irritable spouse syndrome, and stinky athlete kids that can be noticed from across the house.
Thanks to Dick Van Dyke Appliance World, my cloudy days at the laundromat are over.
Let's say you decide not to repair the appliance.
Like the repair is worse than I thought?
If you decline the repair, you get $50 off a new appliance purchase.
Dick Van Dyke has me winning either way. I'm experiencing no side effects now, Paul. Wow!
Dick Van Dyke Appliance World. When you buy from us, you get the whole store.
Looking for a roof you could count on? Call Freedom Roofing, locally owned and proudly serving Central Illinois. Whether it's residential or commercial roofing or even siding, Freedom Roofing gets the job done right. With over 280 5-star Google reviews, you know you're working with a team you can trust. Quality work, honest prices, and service that stands tall, just like the flag we fly. Visit freedomchampaign.com today. Freedom Roofing, built on integrity, powered by pride.
Parlor Donuts and Stevie J Broadcasting want to send you to the next Fighting Illini home football game. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 and you could be on your way to Geese Memorial Stadium. Stop by Parlor Donuts in the Old Farm Shops on Kirby and Madison Champaign before the game to try their layered donuts, cold brews, blended treats, and more. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 to win tickets for Fighting Illini football with Parlor Donuts and Stevie J Broadcasting.
Jesse with Land's Drain Cleaning and Underground Solutions. Hey, do you have sewer blockages, problems? Are your toilets gurgling? Why deal with the headache? Call Land's Drain Cleaning and Underground Solutions today. We can come out and clean your line, camera it, show you what the problem is, and then we have an expert underground team that can make those repairs. 217-355-5512. We are here for you when you need us. Land's Drain Cleaning and Underground Solutions. Why call anyone else?
For over 70 years, Beck's Country Shop has been Central Illinois' premier furniture store. With over 23,000 square feet of showroom filled with quality brands, you'll be sure to find that perfect piece to fit your home. Beck's offers free delivery and removal of your old items. They even sell off the showroom floor, so you don't have to wait for weeks or months. They pride themselves on hassle-free service and quality furniture at fair prices. Located on Route 45 in Urbana, visit Justin or Lance today at Beck's Country Shop Furniture. All right, we've got to come back another hour. Again, you're welcome to text in. Any thoughts on what we say? You're welcome. We'd love to hear from you. That's Brother Johnny, who's, are you leaving or are you going to stick around a little longer?
I'm hanging with you because we don't have Decker and we will have Tim, won't
Tim's
we?
coming up, man.
Yes.
Got to find
And
out.
Nathaniel
where
says
you're
not
listening to
calling you.
WSJK,
Not today.
ESPN 93.5, Tuscola, Champaign, Urbana, your home for the St. Louis Cardinals.
This is a Fox News alert. A surge in hiring. I'm Dave Anthony. We just got that in a jobs report long delayed by the government shutdown and much better than expected for September.
Coming in at 119,000. 119,000. Wow. The estimate was 50,000.
Fox Business Network Cheryl Cassoni.
The unemployment rate 4.4%. The estimate was 4.3.
We won't get an unemployment rate for October, though. That data wasn't collected during the shutdown, but hiring was. So the jobs numbers then will be added to the ones created this month and released in a report in the middle of December. One other related story, Verizon is going to cut a lot of jobs, planning to lay off 13,000 plus workers. Back to the shutdown. A Fox News poll has President Trump's approval rating falling to 41%, while more than 6 in 10 disapprove of Republicans and Democrats in Congress, and more than half those surveyed are worried about the economy and inflation. President Trump has signed the Epstein Files resolution,
accusing Democrats of sitting on these files for years. This is what he posted on Truth Social. Do not forget the Biden administration did not turn over a single file or page related to Democrat Epstein, nor did they ever even speak about him. Democrats have used the Epstein issue, which affects them far more than the Republican Party, in order to try to distract from our amazing victories.
Fox's Doug Luzader. The resolution compels the Justice Department to release files from the Epstein underage girls' sex trafficking scheme, though some documents might be held back as the investigation continues. Here's Attorney General Pam Bondi.
There's new information, additional information, and again, we will continue to follow the law, to investigate any leads. If there are any victims, we encourage all victims to come forward.
Washington National Cathedral will fill up soon for a funeral this morning for former Vice President Dick Cheney, who died earlier this month at age 84. Former President George W. Bush will speak, paying tribute to his VP. Former President Biden will also attend, along with 4 ex-vice presidents. President Trump will not go. America's listening to Fox News.
An official message from Medicare.
Medicare plans change from one year to the next. And this year, it's important for you to review your current coverage and compare all your options during Medicare open enrollment. Compare health plans, drug coverage, and costs. See if you can save some money, and don't forget to make sure your drugs are covered. Open enrollment ends December 7th. Visit Medicare.gov or call 1-800-MEDICARE.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
This is the time of the year most of us are checking off our holiday gift list. Identity thieves have lists too, and your personal information might be on that list. Protect your identity with LifeLock. LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points every single second and alerts you to the threats you could miss yourself. If your identity is stolen, your own U.S.-based restoration specialist is going to work to fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Make this season about joy, not identity theft, with LifeLock. Save up to 40% off your first year at LifeLock.com with the promo code BECK. Terms apply.
Well, this doesn't happen often, especially at a time when Republicans and Democrats are so divided following the government shutdown. The House voted unanimously, 427 to nothing, to repeal something the Senate put in the bill that funded the government.
The House passing legislation to overturn a provision in the measure which ended the government shutdown,
That would allow a group of Republican senators to sue the federal government after allegedly having their phone records looked at during a January 6 investigation. Senator Lindsey Graham has vowed to sue the Justice Department and Verizon, saying both need to be held accountable.
If you don't want me to sue the government, that's up to you. I'm going to sue whether you like it or not.
The Senate will need to take up the measure. On Capitol Hill, Ryan Schmelz, Fox News.
The Trump administration to attempt to deport Kilmar Abrego Garcia returns to court again in Maryland. A federal judge will consider the plan to send Abrego Garcia to Liberia. He's currently in jail on human trafficking charges that were filed after Abrego Garcia was returned from El Salvador after his controversial deportation there earlier this year. A man who came here from Afghanistan will be sent back, but not till he gets out of prison, where he was sent for plotting a mass shooting on Election Day last year.
19-year-old Abdullah Haji Zada, who was living in Moore, Oklahoma, had already pleaded guilty to planning the attack, and Wednesday was sentenced to 15 years in prison. The Afghan citizen, who was a permanent U.S. resident, will be removed from the country when he's done serving his sentence. His co-defendant was a 27-year-old who worked as a security guard at an American military site in Afghanistan and pleaded guilty to providing support to ISIS.
That's Fox's Kevin Uretsky. Back to our top Fox News story. The better-than-expected hiring for September, 110,000 jobs, more than double what the estimates were. On Wall Street, we're seeing stock futures surging up more than 400 points for the Dow ahead of the opening bell. I'm Dave Anthony, and this is Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. All Illinois House members calling for the release of Jeffrey Epstein files. 17 U.S. reps from Illinois voting to pass the Epstein Files Transparency Act this week. Senate approved the measure without a vote. Trump said he'll sign the bill once it passes the Senate. Illinois launching mobile IDs. Secretary of State announcing beginning today, Illinois residents can securely add their state-issued driver's license or state ID to Apple Wallet and present their ID using their iPhone and Apple Watch. It allows residents for online and in-apps at select businesses. Champaign-Urbana organizations partnering to add a temporary homeless shelter during the winter months. Cunningham Township and Champaign-Urbana Public Health District renting out the old National Guard Armory space at Park and 2nd Streets in Champaign with grants and donations. The shelter will also provide laundry, showers, hot breakfast, and bus passes to people staying there. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Joe Miller.
Country Music Awards were last night.
Yes, they were. Lainey Wilson was a big winner.
That's
and she's from Baskin, Louisiana.
Population
210.
I'm the kind to take the keys. Don't sit in a shotgun seat unless I want to.
Baskin has 210 people, and she came from there.
Yeah, that's this recent census. It's up from 188 10 years ago.
Well, chances are, we could go to Baskin, Louisiana, and everybody know Lanny Wilson, I guess.
And Diane said she was
there
on
you go. There you go.
She was on Yellowstone.
Yeah,
Greg,
she was.
Yeah, she's.
Well, I remember we played this on US 105.9.
Yes, we do.
This is one of those.
I was trying to sing this before you had the clip. I sounded just like this.
This is what we were talking about.
You guys didn't get it.
Greg, this is kind of insider information because we should put some kind of bet on somebody from Sedoris coming up.
Come on.
There you go.
Because it's about
or
to say
Philo.
that.
Philo.
Well, Philo's
1,500 people.
Right.
Yeah, we're booming metropolis.
And we got Greg Sillier. We got big time already.
Yeah. Well, all right. So that was the Country Music Awards, I guess, last night. That there's not a lot I see. Dancing with the Stars, kind of watch that.
Yeah,
and then Special Forces finales tonight. We kind of been into that. Have you seen any of that?
No.
You have to go into this thing. Remember you did the Mutter?
Yeah, Tough Mutter.
Okay, this is like they're trying to make you a Navy SEAL, and they're in Morocco. And it's kind of unpleasant when a helicopter goes in the water and you got to stay down there for about half a minute before you try and escape.
Ooh.
Anyway. We did. That's training, safety training. It's a model, Greg, but they'll drop it in the water, show you how to get out of that helicopter. They got people around there. Hopefully, if you fail, they can at least pull you out.
Well,
but you got to do that to fly around.
They have you all wired up, but you have to cross a crevice with one wire and a holding wire. And
okay.
Anyway, there's stuff in there that's like, okay, who's the Texas A&M quarterback that never really worked out, but show me the money.
Arch Manning, right?
Nope. Texas A&M, the guy.
A&M, okay.
He got drafted by Cleveland. He failed.
Johnny Manziel.
He was just one. He was in the show.
Oh my goodness!
And he got out pretty quick. He said, "No, I'm done."
No, there's some tough things. I know a couple of Special Forces guys, and they're the real deal if they end up.
Well, the 4 guys that lead this are Special Forces, and they're just ripped. And they're tough, and it's hard. About everybody on the show ends up crying because they get them in for a little psychotherapy when they're talking to them. Why are you here? Kind of thing.
Yeah.
Shawn Johnson's in it, the Olympic gold medalist.
Well,
and she and her husband are both still in it.
I did my Tough Mudder, and I about started crying. And that was not the same thing. It was kind of analogous.
Well, that was where you could bypass the thing that shocked you in the mud. What is that?
Well, and they said to bypass it if you had a heart condition. So I did, and then, of course, the guy I was with says, "You got a heart condition?" I said, "Yeah, it's almost 60 years old." That was back.
That's right.
That's a heart condition,
no,
Greg.
man, that's for sure. I forgot you did that.
I'll
John.
stick to bike riding. Thank you very much.
There you go.
Yep. All right, it's time for Greg Soyer's weather on ESPN 93.5, and it's Thursday. This is November 20. What are you seeing, bud?
Well, we get the drought monitor into the weather office here in a couple of areas of improvement up towards Kankakee and the Will County area, parts of northwest Indiana. And if you were to roughly pencil in, taking into account the rain the past couple of days, the I-70 corridor south past the Ohio, into Ohio and southward from there, all but the northwestern reaches, big improvement as well, but still a corridor of, gee whiz, extreme drought centered right here in Champaign County and south and west from there, a little bit into Piatt, for example, and DeWitt, and then over parts of central and eastern Indiana, northwest Ohio. So some work to be done, and the rains are coming down in that I-70 corridor and southward. A little light rain and misty drizzle stuff out there. Currently, we sit at 45 at Willard and Savoy. Now, one of those days where you're not going to get much of a significant climb and temperatures. But what readings do materialize around here? We'll likely top out this afternoon a little above average as we swing to about 51. Again, foggy, drizzly, and a little more steadfast rain on and off this afternoon, which again picks up in ebbs and flows for tonight. Patchy fog and a low down to 48. Tomorrow cloudy, some fog in the morning, a couple of spells of rain both morning and afternoon. Probably quarter-inch stuff with bigger numbers south of us, and a high tomorrow at 56. We'll be in the 50s with some sunshine for the weekend and as well as Monday, but some rain is back in late Monday to Tuesday, and a pattern shift to some colder days keeps us, well, we can manage the upper 40s next Wednesday with dry weather. Thanksgiving Day next Thursday, 45 in the morning and dropping, and we're hard-pressed to get past freezing for highs come Friday, and the following weekend we'll keep an eye on some snowfall to the north and west of Champaign County as well. For CVD Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Soldier.
Everybody appreciate it. All right, 8:11. We talked in the first hour a little bit about Illinois last night. It was in Chicago, the United Center. About 17,800 or so were there, near capacity, and a lot of orange. Brad Underwood had not been there. He said last night in his press conference, he was so angry. He said, it's the maddest I've been at myself at Illinois. I was so angry that I scheduled a Big Ten game at the United Center, and we were just starting, and we rebuild all the things that were going on, and I scheduled a Big Ten game. We lost in front of no one. Nobody went. And he said, I was just so angry that I made that decision.
What, for last night, you mean?
He's talking about 7 years ago.
Okay.
When he first started.
This wasn't a Big Ten game.
No, but he scheduled it. He said, all my fault. I did that.
7 years ago.
It's the most.
They had a lot of people there last night.
Yeah, and they were all in, and it was, first half I thought we played pretty well, and then it just kind of got away from us. And
I thought they played pretty similar the whole game, which was a team getting together, learning a rhythm, new guys coming, and could have won, just like Alabama, who actually was more experienced, I think, than we were.
Yeah, I think they were. And they put a very small team against us to prevent us from shooting threes. We took advantage of the matchup and went to the rim in the second half. But Brad Underwood said this after the game.
Really good game. Give them all the credit in the world. Difference in the game, in my opinion, was Bristow. My hat's off to that kid. Tarleton State, I think, just absolutely dominated the second half with his effort. Get a young man spit out for a month and you would never have known it. Was absolutely fabulous. They won the game at the start of the second half. Just kind of jumped on us. I thought we got really stagnant offensively. I think one time we were 2 of 13, I was told. I don't know if that's exactly right. And then when you play a top 10 team, you sure as the heck can't go 9 for 17 and a half from the free throw line. When we're trying to get downhill and at the rim, they're very much like Tech. They take away free throw or take away a lot of your threes. Shooting 50% from the free throw line won't help. But again, it was their night. They played better than we did. A lot to learn from for us in that moment. You can't have a lane violation when they miss the front end of a 1-on-1. We had a couple back-to-back turnover sequences that hurt you. But I love our team. I love where we're going to be. I thought our 2 freshmen didn't play great tonight, but they had something to do with that. So my hat's off to Alabama, and they're obviously going to have a great season, and I hope to see them in the Final Four.
Yeah, I mean, we'd make the Final Four, so I'm all for that too, Coach. There's no question. But Nate Oates, the coach of Alabama, after the game said that team's going to contend for a title. They're definitely in the mix. They're just really hard to stop, keeping off the boards. It's really, really difficult. And so he was very complimentary of our team. But it's, I hate losing ball games, but would you rather have the easier games to be undefeated or take some bumps and bruises and stuff?
You got to find out where you are so you can maybe work to get there. And, was this like game 5?
5.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah, right.
We're talking about a group of guys who are now learning how to play. Yeah. In America, a lot of the guys have been playing in Europe. Should be similar, but it's not. It's different, and so
much more physical in America.
Well, it's just they're just adapting, and I thought they were pretty. They're coming up to speed pretty good. That's a good Alabama team.
Yeah, we're 4-1.
We have 4-1 with Stojakovic, Tomislav Isavic, Mihajlo Petrovic. They haven't played. They've had a combined 20 practices out of 120 opportunities, 40 practices so far for Illinois. Tomislav's been in 9. Petrovic was out 6-8 weeks. I mean,
it's just going to be, you learn.
So Stojakovic was out 6 weeks.
Hopefully you get better through the year.
Yeah.
And it's like when you beat a team, Steve, whether it's football, basketball, you just pound a team in the first month of a season, then you get them in the playoffs. And like Monticello. We almost didn't win at Unity.
Yeah.
We beat them pretty bad the first
30
part. They just got better during the year. Yeah. So did we. And it's a whole new ball game.
Yeah, well, St. Joe Ogden and Unity on Saturday at 1.
I always mention Tom Izzo. He'll get these high rankings, but then he'll schedule, and it's like, man, you're number 2. Why are you playing Oregon?
Yeah.
Because we need to play them. And he'll be out of the top 10, and then he shows up every single time.
Unity beat St. Joe Ogden by 30, I thought, earlier in the year.
So they're better now, and so's Unity, by the way.
Yeah.
So just throw that game out, and I think that's how you get better is you play good competition. And actually, if you're talking about getting better, you're gonna get more out of a loss than a win because Alabama had a lot to learn from that game too.
Purdue.
I'm talking about from Illinois' game last night. They got some work to do.
No, they do. Right. But they also came off a really bad performance in Tuscaloosa, and so they were dogged.
And they did rebound better.
No, much better.
They were really in the doghouse with their coach about the rebounding.
Right, so, and our free throws. We weren't.
Well, one thing we can take away is we got to make the free throws.
Yeah.
If we'd have won the game, it's like, that's fine. Well, I don't need to practice anymore.
And
they need to practice more.
And there was some turnovers too that were.
Both had about 10, 11 turnovers, which wasn't horrible with a quick team like Alabama. We've got 1 minute left for any other sports.
Okay, well, Illinois volleyball is on the West Coast with a game against UCLA tonight at 9 o'clock, and then on Saturday at 6, taking on number 16 USC. So Go Illini volleyball. Always love supporting Chris Thomas and his crew, especially since he stepped in for me as a guest host. Love it. Bulls over Portland 122-121 in a tight one yesterday.
What'd Io do?
Bulls are 8-6 on the season. I'm not sure.
I will look that up.
Number 4, Arizona took down number 3, UConn 71-67 in college basketball. Hey, the Pacers won against Charlotte 127-118. That makes 2 wins and 13 losses. Indiana Pacers. Tonight in NFL action, it's the Bills at Houston. Buffalo Bills are 7-3. Houston's 5-5. We're looking forward to the Bears and the Steelers at noon on Sunday. I'll be at Soldier Field. You can hear the action over on Q96. How did Io do?
Io had 14 points.
Excellent.
5 for 7, 2 for 4 from the 3-point line. 4 rebounds, an assist, 1 turnover, 4 personal fouls, played 23 out of the 48 minutes.
Okay.
So Aldasumu, again,
holding his own these days.
Doing great.
And great to see the Bulls logo at the United Center when we were playing last night.
Yep. And the Bulls are now 8 wins, 6 losses. People wanted me to carry Bulls radio, but I don't know if anybody will be listening.
Well,
to that.
I'll tell you what, you might want to try the Pelicans because we're tied with the Pacers, 2-13.
2-13? Oh, my.
The Illini play Long Island at 1 o'clock on Saturday. You can win tickets by texting in Illini 359-2255 from Parlor Donuts and Jets Pizza.
You want some tickets? That's a good idea. All right, ESPN 93.5 on this Thursday, November 20. We got our pitmaster extraordinaire, Mr. Tim Onstott, in the next segment after 8:30. Getting ready for maybe a smoked turkey, if you want to be listening for that. It's 8:19.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather. Free Central Illinois, Champaign, Urbana, and vicinity. Pretty active weather pattern with some welcome rainfall from time to time for the rest of the weekend, perhaps early next week as well. That system is the indicator and harbinger of a pattern shift to much colder weather, evolving from northwest to southeast across the Corn Belt as we move on through the Thanksgiving holiday weekend. A bit of light rain and drizzle in spots this morning. Some intermittent light rain back in this afternoon. Cloudy, foggy with a high about 51. Light southeast wind. Occasional light rain tonight. Areas of fog low down to 48. Tomorrow up to 56. Cloudy, some patchy fog, and maybe a couple of periods of rain both morning and afternoon, with those rains winding down before midnight tomorrow night. Colder, low down to 36. Partly sunny for the weekend at 53 Saturday, 58 on Sunday. Not bad there. A little more rain back in late Monday to Tuesday. High temperatures into the 50s. Upper 40s Wednesday. 45 and dropping Thanksgiving Day with a touch of rain in the morning. Sharply colder weather for Friday and the following weekend. For CVT Broadcasting, I'm Beetlejuice Greg Solgay.
I'm Taylor Riggs, and this is the Fox Business Report.
The delayed September employment report found stronger than expected job growth. There were 119,000 new jobs created, more than double the 50,000 expected. The unemployment rate rose to 4.4%. There won't be a separate October employment report released because there wasn't sufficient data collected during the government shutdown. It'll be part of the November report on December 16th after the Fed's December 9th and 10th meeting. However, the Fed does have other sources on the job market. The Wall Street Journal says Verizon has announced to its staff its largest ever round of cuts, eliminating 13,000 jobs. AI chip maker NVIDIA and Walmart both reported upbeat earnings. Both stocks are higher. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jenny Coselda, invested in you.
I'm Charles Payne. Listen to my Unstoppable Prosperity podcast so I can get you making money right now. 35 years on Wall Street taught me how to successfully invest in the stock market. In my 4-part series, I'm going to teach you too. Some of Fox Business's finest join me to help tell my story, impart crucial lessons from my Unstoppable Prosperity book, and to give you the tools to achieve your own financial dreams.
Listen anytime, everywhere at foxbusinesspodcast.com or wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts.
Stevie J here. With Nate Evans of eXp Realty, you'll always get a stress-free sale for the most money.
Sell your home with Nate. Pick the price, pick the day. Go to theNateEvansGroup.com. Loud and clearly better. Good vibes. Good vibes.
Hi, this is Steve from Good Vibes.
And I'm Canelo Luga, linebacker and special teams specialist.
KO, that's a lot of skill sets.
What's your point?
Well, kickers kick, guards block, receivers catch.
Is there a point coming?
Well, yeah, you have to cover running backs, quarterbacks, tight ends, kickoff and punt returners, even loose balls.
So you want to know how I'm a specialist? Simple. My job is to put the guy with the ball firmly on the ground. I specialize in firmly.
So Sony specializes in video processing. They have the skills to make any panel deliver a better picture. Better as in more color, smoother motion handling, higher contrast, everything that makes sports on TV look real. From Sony cameras and mics used on the field to showing the game in your home like you have sideline tickets.
Well, we still want you to come see us at the stadium.
Oh, heck yeah. Live football's the best, but Sony is firmly in second.
At F&B Wealth Management, it's not just about numbers, it's about people and communities. Hi, I'm Ryan Heiser, President and CEO of Fisher National Bank and F&B Wealth Management. Our team is united by a shared passion for helping you achieve your financial goals. We are equipped and eager to work together to craft personalized financial solutions just for you, including retirement planning, risk management through life insurance, long-term care insurance planning, and investment advisory services. Together, we will celebrate milestones, navigate life's transitions, and build a financial future that reflects your values. Experience the difference of a team that truly cares. Visit investwithfnb.com to learn more about dedicated advisors and start your journey toward a financial confidence today.
F&B Wealth Management is a division of Fisher National Bank. F&B securities are not insured by the FDIC, not a deposit or other obligation of or guaranteed by the depository institution, subject to investment risks, including possible loss of the principal amount invested. Securities, insurance, and investment advisory services are offered through Midwestern Securities Trading Company, LLC, MSTC, member FINRA, SIPC, MSTC, and F&B are not affiliated.
F&B Wealth Management, supporting exceptional communities full of exceptional people.
Always a pleasure to talk about Donnie up in Long Branch Steakhouse there in beautiful downtown Gifford. Well, you know what, friends? It's never too early to make your Christmas party reservations at the Long Branch Steakhouse in Gifford. They are taking party reservations for December. Dates are filling up quickly. Don't be left out this year. If you want a fabulous night at the Long Branch for your office party, get it done now. Connect with the Long Branch Steakhouse and book your Christmas party. Long Branch Steakhouse, beautiful downtown Gifford. I don't know if there's any left there or not. Might need to update that. But
okay,
we're headed to the Long Branch Steakhouse December 14. Johnny, if you want to come.
That'll be awesome.
We'll be up there in Gifford, Illinois. Stevie J Broadcasting Christmas party.
Whoa, I didn't know that.
Steak dinner.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Come join us.
Yeah.
You're an on-air personality, Johnny.
Yes, you are.
People talk about you when I'm out and about.
Yep.
I'm may drive up.
You can join me on the balcony above Festival Plaza downtown Champaign Saturday, November 29th as I call out the Parade of Lights at 5 o'clock.
And Saturday. Well, we're planning to ease down to the south.
Okay.
Because I got to get it back. I've been up here a while, which is where I want to be. But
Yep. Center of the universe. By Illinois, Brucey and Dina, Bowie, all your friends.
Man, you're going to miss out on the free trolley rides, horse-drawn carriage rides in downtown Champaign. They're having a Winterfest.
No, there's a
on
lot
the
of things up
29th
here,
starting
I'm
at
telling you
noon.
what.
And then we're hearing about the 6:30 game on
Illinois plays Northwestern at night, 6:30,
Right.
which their Parade of Lights is going on. What
Right.
the heck?
I mean, the Parade of Lights is at 5, technically speaking.
Yeah.
You can take that in, the tree lighting, and then head to the
You
game.
got it, yeah.
Yeah,
Just
but
do
we've
both.
never ever played Northwestern at night, so it's a new one. And
Okay.
it's senior day too. I hope people go. We're a bowl team. You know what? That's just amazing. Here we are. We're sitting at 7-3, and it's like, we didn't make the playoffs.
Well, we
what
if there's 11 teams, if they all lose both their games, we still have a shot.
Have you ever been on any of those cruises with Mardi Gras where they're putting together the floats? And I mean, the Mardi Gras floats, it's just amazing, all the stuff they're doing. The Parade of Lights is a lot of, maybe people have a truck or something, and they'll put
They have that in Mardi Gras as well. You just
They
have
do?
truck floats.
Right.
You just have to have it self-lit
I
somehow.
just want more floats and more bands.
We had that in Philo, 1975. Yeah.
We had a parade?
We took the Philo float up to Champaign.
Oh, I know.
Right. We made a float.
That's right.
Chicken wire.
'Cause we had 100
John Gossel.
Yep.
I mean, you think of back in the day, and for homecoming, each class made a float.
They don't
your
do that
chicken
anymore,
wire.
do they?
There you go.
They do.
That's exactly right.
They do the chicken wire, and they stuff it in. We had newspaper.
Crepe paper. You put crepe paper.
Crepe paper,
Yeah.
whatever. I mean, why can't we do that for the
can.
Parade of Lights?
You can do it.
Stevie J Broadcasting. Come on, Stevie.
No,
You and your
it's a lot of
family.
work, and then you're right, and then you're like, man, who's going to take it apart?
Yeah, right. No.
Okay.
It's changed over the years on things like that.
All good.
Yeah.
But if you need more details, ChampaignCenter.com. If you're like, I can make a
Yeah,
unit
didn't you make a
diet.
homecoming float, Steve? We did.
Yeah, absolutely.
In 1970.
I want to say we always lost every year. Our class of 85 used to lose. So our senior year, we just had like a root beer float
But it wasn't
in a
for
wagon.
winning or
A
losing.
root beer float.
We just
You
had
probably won.
We had a lot of fun putting it together. I didn't know they
that's
judged
right.
them.
That's right.
You just got together with your class, but I don't really recall that.
I do in the sheds and stuff like
Yeah,
that. It was
oh, yeah,
so
me
much
too.
fun with
It was.
a bonfire and
That-
doing hot dogs and
yeah.
s'mores and stuff like that.
Yeah. Lost a little brain matter over the years. I don't quite recall everything anymore.
Yeah.
Darn it.
All good.
Some things you do remember, like you bowling at not Old Orchard. Who was the Tolono bowling alley?
Yeah, Unity Lanes.
Unity Lanes. Johnny was in
Mhm.
a league and wasn't in the mood to take his little brother home, and I don't blame you. So I walked home.
Oh, wow.
But I think
From Philo?
Now, see, I forgot.
10:30 at night, I walked to Philo.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
How old were you?
I was like 14.
Okay.
15.
I mean, you can do it, but still.
I think Johnny had done it, so I wanted to do it.
If if you'd just waited till I was finished bowling, I could have taken it.
I don't think that there was, as I recall, I kind of wanted to anyway, and then when you were kind of like, I'm still here and all these other, I said, I'm just going to walk home. And so Mom was still awake, and I told her, and she was.
You probably got grounded, Johnny, for leaving.
No. It wasn't his responsibility. I don't know how he ended up he was in, you had a league, and you were focusing, you were a good golfer, good bowler. And so I just decided there's something I kind of want to do. So I remember walking through the Unity football field.
Yep.
As I went home, and I kind of followed the Somerville Road.
Oh, yeah.
And I made it. I don't know. It took me an hour and a half, I think.
I was going to say.
Right.
7 miles, maybe?
We had a priest, Father Frank Wilner, that used to walk on Fridays to St. Thomas and see his St. Patrick's kids from Tolono.
Well,
Yeah. Well,
and then he'd ride the bus back.
Right, because people walk 4 or 5 miles.
Yeah.
That's about what we got.
There you go. There you go. All right, we're going to break. One more segment. It's our pit master extraordinaire. His name is Tim Onstadt, competitor. Very much doesn't think he's great at it, which is silly. He's unbelievable at it. And Johnny's tasted the food, so is Diane. I have too. It's just unbelievable
Delicious.
good. Anyway, Tim's next. It's ESPN 93.5.
Got a plumbing, heating, cooling, electrical, or sewer problem? Look no further than Fred's Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electric. Locally owned and trusted, Fred's team of professionals is ready to tackle projects both big and small. Why waste time and money on complicated DIY fixes? Fred's experienced team will get the job done right, saving you time, stress, and cash. And when it comes to sewer problems, make sure you call Fred's for a second opinion you can trust. At Fred's, they do it all. No project too big, no project too small. They do insulation, repairs, replacement, and maintenance. And they now offer service agreements. For reliable service, professional expertise, and solutions that work, call Fred's Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electric today. 217-586-3863. Or go to fredscu.com. You can always trust Fred's.
Drive in, drive out. Recycling's what Max is all about. You can make some cash and do your share. We make it really simple because we care. It doesn't matter large or small.
With wage growth higher than inflation, markets going green, while the latest Fox poll shows 40% of voters rate their personal finances excellent to good, 60% say fair to poor. Walmart reporting sales up with more customers making over $100,000 a year, but lower and middle income people pulling back. President Trump has signed legislation ordering the Justice Department to release the files related to sex offender, financier Jeffrey Epstein, no matter who may be implicated. Country Music Awards in Nashville. Vocal Group of the Year, Red Clay Strays, courtesy ABC and CMA with People Hatin'. America's listening to Fox News.
Drive in, drive out. Recycling's what Max is all about. You can make some cash and do your share. We make it really simple because we care. It doesn't matter large or small. Our friendly staff will handle it all. Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
Here's a look at local news. All Illinois House members calling for the release of Jeffrey Epstein files. 17 U.S. reps from Illinois voting to pass the Epstein Files Transparency Act this week. Senate approved the measure without a vote. Trump said he'll sign the bill once it passes the Senate. Illinois launching mobile IDs. Secretary of State announcing beginning today, Illinois residents can securely add their state-issued driver's license or state ID to Apple Wallet and present their ID using their iPhone and Apple Watch. It allows residents for online and in-apps at select businesses. Champaign-Urbana organizations partnering to add a temporary homeless shelter during the winter months. Cunningham Township and Champaign-Urbana Public Health District renting out the old National Guard Armory space at Park and 2nd Streets in Champaign with grants and donations. The shelter will also provide laundry, showers, hot breakfast, and bus passes to people staying there. You're locally up to date from the Stevie J Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Joe Miller.
Calling all Honeycrisp apple lovers. Your Honeycrisp are ready at Curtis Orchard. That's right, it's Honeycrisp season, which means you can get them at Curtis Orchard now until we close in late December. Of course, we have all your other favorites too. Donuts, pies and fritters, apples, produce, cider, and gifts. It's all here waiting for you to enjoy during your next trip to Curtis Orchard. Visit us at curtisorchard.com or follow on Facebook to find out what else is in season right now.
Just like a great football coach, he comes up with a game plan. He plans on doing the right thing at the right time. Winter is a great time to make home improvements such as new siding, windows, gutters, garage doors, and even phantom screens. So don't get uptight, relax, and enjoy the game. Just don't drop the ball. Call Dillman Brothers and score big. 217-344-8290. You can also contact us by email on our website, DILLMANbrothers.com. Get your exterior in shape. No rookies, only pros at Dillman Brothers.
Ashley's been around. Family owned, same family since when?
My family's been in it since 1872.
A tribute to the Ashley Home Store at 602 West Anthony Drive. You see that bench, and explain what that's all about.
So we just got out of the basement of our original store, my great-great-grandfather's workbench, where he was a cabinet maker by trade, came over from Germany in the 1800s, and of course he built his own workbench, and we just put it out on display in the Champaign locations. And our website is ashley.com.
Christie Clinic has been helping patients win the fight against cancer for almost 90 years. The Charles W. Christie Cancer Center brings together a multidisciplinary team of providers who recommend and provide treatment options. Their team works together to fight cancer while helping reduce the side effects of treatment and maintain your well-being. A team built to act, a team ready to bring hope when you need it most. Learn more at cancer.christieclinic.com.
Christie Clinic, focused on creating a healthier you.
This is Starla Carr with Provident Financial Group. There's no one-size-fits-all retirement plan. Finding the right plan for you depends on many factors. The good news is we can help you improve your retirement readiness, whatever your situation. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or find us online at providentfinancialgroupllc.com.
Securities offered through Raymond James Financial Services, Inc., member FINRA SIPC. Provident Financial Group is not a registered broker-dealer and is independent of Raymond James Financial Services. Investment advisory services offered through Raymond James Financial Service Advisors, Inc.
And now, a brand new show called Smoke, where we help you with your grill and making the best meat ever. With award-winning competition pitmaster Tim Onstadt. Smoke in Tim's Grill. He's the best brisket maker ever. Smoke in Tim's Grill. And now award-winning competition pitmaster Tim Onstadt. Yes, with Thanksgiving approaching, we won't be on next Thursday because it is Thanksgiving, so we better get it all locked and loaded, ready to go here, sir. Right. Tim Onstadt, how are you?
I'm good, guys. How are you doing? Brother Johnny, Diane's there. How you all doing?
Well,
good. I'm waiting to find out where exactly you're going to be physically.
We're on Thanksgiving. He just want to come say hi, not eat or anything.
Maybe
just grazing a little bit. Just grazing a little.
I think Donna has. She just said 2 or 3 turkeys on the agenda.
Wow.
Probably four, because if we're cooking 3, we might as well cook 4. We've got space for that on one smoker, so we'll get it fired up, and like we talked about last week, maybe spatchcock 1 or 2 and get them done quicker, and just have fun with it.
Well, so you're going to make 3? Are they all going to be the same, or are you going to do different things?
No, we do some varieties. We'll do the Cajun butter, and we'll do one a little bit spicier than one just a regular smoked moist injected turkey. Yeah.
Wow. So you know this is going to be amazing.
No, that's going to be good.
So how many will you be eating with, sir?
Oh, we do this at Donna's sisters, and there's probably, I don't know, 20, 25 people there.
Wow.
And then there's a lot of turkey for everybody to take home.
Wow.
How do you get the white meat juicy? Do you cook it upside down? What do you do, Tim?
No, we talked about it last week. We smoke it until we start to get the color that we want, that nice golden color, and then we cover it with the parquet squeezed butter.
Oh, okay.
Cover it up in the pan, and we take it until that breast meat gets to 165, and your thighs and legs will be cooked probably about 180 at that point, and it's tender and juicy and ready to go.
All right, so where do you put the probe to check your temperature?
That's the first thing you do. The little plastic thing that comes in the turkey, you take that out and throw it away.
Oh, really? You don't wait for that thing to pop like all of us?
No. If you're doing it right, you can't see it. So.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, that goes away. I'm just checking in the breast with my thermopen. Yeah.
Thermal what? Thermal what?
Thermopen. It's an instant thermometer. It takes reading immediately and has a digital readout. It's a thermopen. You can get them on sale sometimes for under $100.
What? It's a pan? It's a pan?
No, it's a you stick it into the breast and read it. You don't cook the pin, though. He'll cook the pin.
Exactly.
Tim. I don't think you do
that.
that.
No.
Okay. All right. So 165 is kind of what I'm looking for then.
In the breast, yeah. And of course, that's going to come up when you're resting it. Once you pull that off the smoker or grill or however you're cooking it, that's going to come up to the 170, 175 range just from the rest and the internal heat coming off of it.
Do you cook it long, Tim, or is it short? Or how? I mean, like how? What's that? What's the duration?
It depends a lot on humidity. It's the same as any other smoking. It depends a lot on the humidity and the conditions you're cooking. But it's 15 to 30 minutes a pound.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you're just in, most of us probably would be in an oven. So is there any tricks to having a great one out of the oven?
Getting to the color and then covering it. Don't let it get too dark.
And and the temperature. Give me a temp.
250, 300?
Well, I'm smoking it at 270 to 300.
Okay.
All right.
And a lot of people think the lower and slower 225 to 250 is good. That takes a long time, and I think that it overturns it especially on turkey on a tender meat like that. Yeah.
I saw a story on the news yesterday about people deep frying their turkeys and how the big mistake is when people aren't thawing it out properly first.
Get exploding turkeys that way.
Oh boy,
they had some video on that.
No, that you got to know what you're doing, or you might actually start a fire.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. All right, great tips on Thanksgiving, my friend. That's fantastic. How are things at Gale Ferrex Trucking?
Well, this is some of the most difficult times in the office for Beth and Donna, or some of the most stressful times. Not difficult. They're under the pressure. They feel that pressure of making sure that every driver is home for Thanksgiving, which they do. We like our drivers, so we make it a paid holiday for them on Thanksgiving to be home. And of course, we have to service the customers, so some drivers do have to leave, that weekend. Some of them even deliver on Friday, but everybody is home on Thursday.
It's awesome. And you try as a rule to have your guys, your drivers, men and women, home on the weekends normally, right?
Oh, that is the number one rule in operations, is that drivers are home every weekend, because if they don't have a good family life and good home time, quality home time, they're not going to be safe and productive when they're out on their job.
It's a really great philosophy.
It's a difficult job.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Okay, so Dixie Chopper and Dedicated Diesel, what's news over there?
Well, Dedicated Diesel is getting rid of Dixie Choppers. We're down to 5 or 6, and the best prices that you'll ever see on a Dixie chopper. And boy, now's the time to grab one of these to be ready for spring. And if you've got your mower that you ran all summer and neglected, haven't changed the oil, whatever, get it into the shop and get Andy and Jeremy on it, and they'll get it fixed up and ready to go, tuck away for the winter and be ready to go next spring.
So
and Tim, you always have that safety lane going, don't you?
Yeah, we have an Illinois state safety lane for commercial vehicles. Anything that's used trailer or truck is required to be inspected by the state of Illinois. Ambulance is required. The school buses have to go through a safety lane every 6 months. It's quite an operation, and we churn those out daily.
It's awesome. And again, if I buy one of the last Dixie choppers, or if I have a John Deere, whatever, Andy can service all of that?
We can service all of that. We can do warranty work on the Dixie choppers. And of course, they do come with a great warranty. And you need to really check those out.
All good. Okay, Tim, how can people reach you guys?
They can get me at timo@gftlog.com. Reach me at the office at 765-793-7131, extension 4. They can get dedicated diesel at 217-328-0562. They're at 1313 Triumph Drive in the Ranch.
Hey, listen, happy Thanksgiving, my friend. We'll talk
Happy
to you
Thanksgiving,
in 2
Tim.
weeks, my friend.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy, and you might want to, tether Johnny back a little bit. I've seen that man grave.
No,
Watch your hands. Watch your hands.
No, it's actually a little more serious than that. I might have to actually cook a turkey. Where do I get one of those pins, Tim? Where can I get
Thermal pin?
Thermal pin? They're online. You just go into sort of Google Thermapen, THERMAPEN, and there's quite a selection in there. They've got. We actually do use something called the Thermopop. It's a smaller version, and it's still an instant read thermometer, and we use those on whenever we cook with more than just Don and I at a bigger event. Everybody has Thermopens. We provide them to our team, and everybody's able to keep an eye on the meat that way.
All right. Johnny's planning to wear a fake nose and glasses that he's Donna's sister's 5th cousin once removed. So let's I don't know what he's going to do.
I've never done a mail order turkey, but I might be able to do that.
That'd be awesome. Tim Onstadt, thank you, my friend. Happy
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving to you.
Have a good one.
Yes, sir.
Good man. Tim Onstadt, Gale Ferrex Trucking and Dedicated Diesel, and a master smoker.
Yeah, I might
master
actually have to
pitmaster.
cook a turkey, Diane.
Yeah,
so
me too.
I'm usually visiting. Stevie usually does it.
Right,
I
right.
just eat the turkey.
And I'm usually going to my daughters. They've liked to take this on in the past, but with Anna expecting inside the next month.
So you might have to do that.
I'm doing it, baby. I'm ready.
Let's go.
Get those thermopens ordered.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay.
I have a thermometer. Why would I need a thermal?
100 and what was that?
165
Yeah.
in the breast.
165.
And usually the legs, he said 180. Tim's the best.
I go with 260.
260, all right?
260.
Just keep an eye on
Well,
it.
he was given that range, so I'm averaging.
Okay. 846. We'll do a quick sports and weather coming up.
Actually, I called a provider. It was just going to be a while before I could have service, and I couldn't wait, so I was recommended to Classic. Professionalism, their dependability, credibility, and the service technicians. I wouldn't ever call anybody else.
I truly believe that after people have experienced other companies and then given us a try, they can clearly see the difference.
Visit ClassicPlum.com. Parlor Donuts and Stevie J Broadcasting want to send you to the next Fighting Illini home football game. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 and you could be on your way to Geese Memorial Stadium. Stop by Parlor Donuts in the Old Farm Shops on Kirby and Madison Champaign before the game to try their layered donuts, cold brews, blended treats, and more. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 to win tickets for Fighting Illini football with Parlor Donuts and Stevie J Broadcasting.
Number 11, Alabama took down number 8, Illinois yesterday at the United Center in front of a crowd of, what did we say, over 17,000? Something like that.
17,800, I think.
Okay. 90-86 was the final. Now the Illini have their first loss of the season. And some mistakes mentioned, some turnovers, and the free throws from Coach Brad Underwood after the game. But next up will be Long Island University at 1 o'clock on Saturday. If you'd like to go to the game, we've got tickets, 217-359-2255 as you text in Illini and try to win thanks to Jets Pizza and Parlor Donuts. Illinois volleyball in action tonight, and that's on the West Coast against UCLA at 9 o'clock. They'll play USC, number 16, Saturday at 6. Last night in basketball, we had number 4 Arizona taking down number 3 UConn, 71-67. The Bulls won over Portland 122-121. Pacers got their second win of the season, 127-118 over Charlotte. Tonight in NFL action, Buffalo Bills are at Houston. That's sports. I'm Diane Ducey.
You have money laying all around your house. You just don't know it. And no, I don't mean selling your great-grandma's good china. I mean all the old metal items you don't want to use or get rid of. Don't pay someone to haul it away. Bring it into Max Twin City Recycling and get paid to have it taken off your hands. They love new customers and are more than willing to walk you through their process step by step. Come check them out at 2808 North Lincoln Avenue in Urbana.
Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
I'm living under a cloud. I don't get out of bed. It started with my washing machine breaking down. I called a one guy in a truck repair service. Took them a week to show up. My condition worsened when the repairman ordered the wrong part. Things got really bad. Had to go to the laundromat. I knew I hit rock bottom. Then I found Dick Van Dyke Appliance World.
I'm Paul Reekin with Dick Van Dyke Appliance World. We have repair service clinically proven to be the fastest and most affordable in Champaign-Urbana. Side effects only come from not calling Dick Van Dyke Appliance World. These effects include personal frustration from failing to get laundry done, irritable spouse syndrome, and stinky athlete kids that can be noticed from across the house.
Thanks to Dick Van Dyke Appliance World, my cloudy days at the laundromat are over.
Let's say you decide not to repair the appliance.
Like the repair is worse than I thought?
If you decline the repair, you get $50 off a new appliance purchase.
Dick Van Dyke has me winning either way. I'm experiencing no side effects now, Paul.
Wow!
Dick Van Dyke Appliance World. When you buy from us, you get the whole store.
Have you been dreaming of a new home or thinking of ways to make your home all it can be? Dream no more. Fisher National Bank works every day to help turn dreams into a reality. With experienced mortgage lenders, competitive rates, fast approvals, and local servicing, their mortgage experts will guide and support you throughout the process as you start your journey today at any location or begin the application online at fishernational.com. They can't wait to welcome you home as an equal housing lender. Fisher National Bank, exceptional communities, exceptional people, member FDIC.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for Central Illinois. Champaign-Urbana vicinity next in a recent string of weather systems via the southern plains, lifting into the southern Corn Belt. Rain on the radar out towards St. Louis. A little patchy stuff overhead and back to the west. And some light rain and drizzle the story this morning. A little bit of intermittent rain for the afternoon. And a cloudy, foggy day's worth of weather, close to about 50 to 51. Light southeast wind. Occasional light rain, areas of fog, and 48 for tonight. Tomorrow, cloudy, patchy fog. Got a period or two of rain both morning and afternoon. Highs up to about 56 degrees and a light east to northeasterly wind. Rains end tomorrow night before midnight. Colder, low down to 36. Partly sunny for the weekend at 53 Saturday, 58 on Sunday. Monday into Tuesday, a little light rain back into play. High temperature still in the 50s. Will cool to the upper 40s on Wednesday. Turn colder Thanksgiving Day, cloudy with a little bit of rain in the morning, 45 and dropping, and highs just barely at freezing come Friday and below freezing for high temperatures come the following weekend. For Stevie J Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solgay.
Reggie, tell me why you love real estate.
Oh gosh, I'm on my 19th year in real estate, and the best part about it all truly is the friendships you make. Just the lifestyle, that culture in our office. I mean, I just love what it's given me for my life, especially when it's a win-win transaction and people move into their homes. It's really wonderful to see their dreams come true.
How do I reach out to you?
First of all, I've got a website, ReggieTaylorHomes.com. My phone number is 217-419-0141, and my email address is rtaylor@caldwellhomes.com.
Why do you like what you do?
I really enjoy helping either a buyer or seller to get to the next chapter. And they're relying on Reggie and I to help them achieve their next goal.
You're their realtor.
We're their realtor. It's Taylor Folt's team, Coldwell Banker Real Estate Group. You can find me on the internet at dianafoltz.com. Cell phone number is 217-840-4133. And my email is diana@dianafoltz.com.
Winding up the program, Illinois loses again at United Center last night. Darn good game. Went
Really
down
good
to it,
game.
just about got over the hump, but did not. And we'll see what we got in a few months when everybody, hopefully, I just think you got to stay healthy, man. You just got to stay healthy.
I think they're pretty healthy overall.
I think they just have to get the guys with cardiovascular and all the things they need to do. If this team is healthy and they figure out this balance, we're real good. There's some real good teams. I just have a hard time watching Merez Johnson play for Michigan. That's my guy. Left here after a year.
I know
He's
it.
a double machine, by the way.
And do we have to play Michigan a couple?
One time.
One, okay, good.
Just once, and I think it's here.
I'm guessing he'll play real well.
Yeah, probably. And it's more of his dad. His dad just didn't like the way he didn't play every minute.
Good man, good player.
Yeah, he is. Very, very good. All right, anyway, we will be back here tomorrow to get the weekend going as we look at a nice short week next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, then off a few days as we enjoy our families and Thanksgiving and
come back. It's a new month of December. Here we go.
Yeah, we'll be back December 1st.
Yes.
Good golly.
I know it.
Well,
Just
2025.
I just
getting used to 2025.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say, I'm just writing 225s all over. Now, 26. Remember all the Y2K fears we had 25 years ago?
I do.
Computers are going to crash.
Right.
Anyway, we appreciate you all listening. Listen to The Drive this afternoon. Evan Stone and Curtis Allen after 3 o'clock. All the latest on the game. And got to look forward to St. Joe Ogden Unity, biggest high school football game around here for a long time, a semifinal. One of them's going to state.
Yeah,
That's right.
absolutely.
Yep.
I think it's going to be a great game. I'm going to be over there.
That's awesome.
I got the game starts at 1. I think I'm going over there about 4 in the morning. Get a good place to stand.
Johnny, thank you. Thank you, Diane.
Enjoy the day.
I'm Stevie J. Thanks for listening. Have a great Thursday.
Jets Pizza and Stevie J Broadcasting want to send you to the next Fighting Illini home football game. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 and you could be on your way to Geese Memorial Stadium. Stop by Jets Pizza at Neal and Green Street or Round Barn off Springfield and Mattis for their delicious Detroit-style pizza. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 to win tickets for Fighting Illini football from Jets Pizza and Stevie J Broadcasting.
Get the roof your home deserves by Roof Doctors, your residential roofing specialist that has always offered the best warranties in the industry, like our non-prorated 50-year warranty. Our customers love that we are family-owned and locally operated. We make our customer needs our top priority. With over 30 years experience and the best customer service, give Roof Doctors a call today for your free estimate at 328-7529. In your community and for your community, Roof Doctors.
Sarah Champagne's Ben Quattrone on keeping his employees.
It's got to be the place to work. We have to pay the best. We have to treat people the best. Some of the guys wanted to order pizza the other day. Well, we bought 30 Papa Del's pizzas. BMW had the best month they've ever had. They said, can we have a cookout? Saturday, I cooked like 50 ribeye steaks. And they were expecting like cheese, burgers and hot dogs and stuff. Like, if I'm eating steak, you're eating steak. We both eat steak, we both eat hamburger.
Learn more at sarahchampagne.com. For over 70 years, Beck's Country Shop has been Central Illinois' premier furniture store. With over 23,000 square feet of showroom filled with quality brands, you'll be sure to find that perfect piece to fit your home. Beck's offers free delivery and removal of your old items. They even sell off the showroom floor, so you don't have to wait for weeks or months. They pride themselves on hassle-free service and quality furniture at fair prices. Located on Route 45 in Urbana, visit Justin or Lance today at Beck's Country Shop Furniture.
Jets Pizza and Stevie J Broadcasting want to send you to the next Fighting Illini home football game. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 and you could be on your way to Geese Memorial Stadium. Stop by Jet's Pizza at Neal and Green Street or Round Barn off Springfield and Mattis for their delicious Detroit-style pizza. Text Illini to 217-359-2255 to win tickets for Fighting Illini football from Jet's Pizza and Stevie J Broadcasting.
Hey everybody, it's Jay Lehman, former Fighting Illini linebacker, All-American. When I moved back to town last year, I needed brand new appliances for my renovated kitchen and looked no further than Dick Van Dyke Appliance World. Unprecedented products, unrivaled service. I love their protection plan, and so will you. Visit them at appliance-world.com or at their physical location on Neal Street by Interstate 74.
This week, it's the one sale pet lovers can't afford to miss. The Pets Pick Flooring event at Carpet Weavers Flooring and Furniture Gallery. First, get a free labor credit on every carpet and floor. Get a $50 labor credit for every 100 feet you buy. Get up to a $1,000 rebate on great pet-friendly carpets and floors from Shaw. Ask how you can get free accessories or area rugs from your furniture purchase. And buy it all with 2 years free financing. The Pets Pick Flooring event, going on now at Carpet Weavers Flooring and Furniture Gallery.
And what about Dixie Chopper? What do you got? Dedicated diesel.
The best prices you'll ever get on a Dixie Chopper. I'm looking at right now the list of a classic. The regular retails for $18,200. We're going to sell it for $12,500.
What?
Yep.
You're doing commercial. This is a no-brainer.
Yeah, we're gonna sell some of these things and move them out. A $7,500 Z2. We're going to get rid of for $5,000.
Man.
$20,000 Eagle, 72-inch cut. It's there for $13,500.
Wow. It's the fastest lawnmowers in the world, called Dixie Chopper. Go to Dedicated Diesel. How would I reach Andy for that?
They can call Andy at 217-328-0562. Visit him at 1313 Triumph Drive in Urbana, or check him out on Dedicated Equipment on Facebook.
Actually, I called the provider. It was just going to be a while before I could have service, and I couldn't wait, so I was recommended to Classic. Professionalism, their dependability, credibility, and the service